How's it going, everybody? This is BeatTheBush. Today I'm going to talk about how to reach your financial tipping point. What do I mean by financial tipping point? Because I just made this term up and it fits perfectly. It's when your investment returns, interest, everything added up together exceeds your expenses. This is a magic point at which you can decide to just retire and do nothing for the rest of your life. My auto blinds are just changing right now. Or as I've come to realize, that actual retirement where you're just sitting on the beach and doing nothing or vacationing nonstop is actually not that interesting. My whole theory of finances and everything is to be very, very frugal at first. This builds up your investment portfolio very, very quickly early on. Your investment income ramps up rapidly, so much so that at some point, it might be even difficult to spend as much as your investment income. I make a lot of frugal videos on how to save this or that, and I spend very little every year. All of this really is to get to your financial tipping point quicker. Why do you want to get there quicker? Because a lot of magical things happen after. You can choose to retire, or suddenly you have this financial backing and you can suddenly do anything that you want. You can go after business ideas that are quite risky, which in turn might end up making you even more money. I did not grow up in a rich family at all, so everything you see here, I made with my own two hands. I bring this up not as a humble brag. People that are already rich, that has a financial backing from their parents to start businesses, they have an edge up on everyone else because they already reached this financial tipping point. They can try a lot of risky things and they don't have to worry about what they're gonna eat that night, where they're gonna sleep that night, because it's already set there for them. It's like a solid base. If you grew up in a poor family, you have to build this base up yourself. And so my experience is this is indeed possible. You just have to be very frugal at first and build up your base. And once you reach your financial tipping point, then you can do stuff like other rich people where you can start risky businesses, go after your passion, which in turn might earn you a lot of money. This video is brought to you by Moomoo, the commission-free trading app. I have an exclusive offer from Moomoo this time. If you just open up an account, you'll get a free share of stock without even depositing any money. If you deposit $100 in your account, you'll get a total of 10 free shares of stock. If you deposit $1,000, you'll get 20 total free shares of stock, valid until the end of May in 2023. Check out my referral link down in the video description below. I always wanted to describe my theory on why I needed to be so frugal at first so that I can enjoy my money a lot more than other people that enjoyed it too early in their lives. Let's take a fictitious example over here where someone graduated college, right? They're 22. They earned $50,000 a year, and I know people are gonna get raises and all that, but let's just say they always earn $50,000 for the rest of their lives. A person living paycheck to paycheck spends about $49,000 of that $50,000. Yes, I know there are taxes and everything, so let's just call that after-tax income. You have $1,000 of savings, and if you don't invest it, right, you just keep on putting it in your high yield savings account or like low yield savings account even. Look at the chart of this scenario here. You can't even see how much wealth this person has built because it's so thin. It's that blue line right at the bottom. They're just spending every dollar that they earn. They're not saving anything. They're not letting their investment work for them and letting it compound. Now, this second scenario is the same, except they put their money in an investment account. Let's say they make 8% gains investing in the stock market index fund. And let me just insert really quick here that investing in the stock market index fund is simple to say, but it almost seems like it takes a lifetime to really understand and really practice it. Let me just leave it at that. So for someone that's living paycheck to paycheck and they scrounge whatever they have left and invest it, well, they're gonna do a little bit better. They're that green line down there on this chart. But if you do this for a lifetime, all the way to 65, you're only gonna end up with about $350,000 of net worth. People almost never invest all of their money into the stock market, and a lot of people have money in real estate and split off whichever way. But to make this video simpler, let's just say all of that is invested and you get 8% yield every year. Now let's skip to a fictitious example of Witch of Wall Street. Witch of Wall Street is a super frugal lady all her entire life. No matter how many millions she has in her bank, she keeps on spending that low amount all the time. Can you imagine if you have like $5 million, but you still spend $20,000 a year? Well, look at this example here. Same scenario, same income over here, and they spend only $20,000 every year their entire life and invest everything and get 8%. Look at how crazy their net worth becomes. They end up with $10 million at 65, and I assume this person's gonna take it to the grave, or like if this person have grandkids, they're gonna take it and just spend it superfluously, just basically wasting it. So that's the main point here. If you look at this extreme example, I'm not trying to be frugal my entire life. In fact, I am actually trying to spend more and more money because my passive income, my investment income is bigger than my expenses. So I can rest easy that I buy something, oh, it's already being paid for itself. It's basically free without an additional hour of my own work. Now here's what it looks like. And let's say I've been spending $20,000 every single year all the way until I'm 40. But at the age of 40, I increase it to $40,000 a year, a huge jump of quality of life. And then every single year after that, I spend $5,000 more, and so on and so forth until, I don't know, I'm like 60-year-old and I can spend $140,000 a year. I wouldn't even know where to spend it because studies have shown that the older you get, the less wants and needs that you have. You don't go on vacation as much. So there must be a sweet point where, you know, it's time to increase your expenses a little bit, because no matter how you try to spend, you're not going to be able to spend down your net worth. So you can see here, I am living this chart here in gray, where I'm very, very frugal in the beginning, and then now I am starting to spend a little bit more. In the end, I'm still going to end up with about $5-6 million of net worth at 65, even though I'm spending like a crazy person, at least compared to my previous frugal self. So that's the name of the game here. It's not about saving forever. Sometimes when I enjoy my money a little bit, people are like, oh my gosh, you're not frugal anymore. That's not the point. The entire point is to maximally enjoy the money that you make. I'm not going to take all my money to the grave. In fact, I want to spend most of it. This example illustrates how you can earn the exact same amount of money, and yet in the end, you have a lot more total, let's say, life enjoyment, because you delayed gratification, but because of that delayed gratification, you let the investment earnings make a lot more money for you, then theoretically, your total life experiences, your total life enjoyment in totality of your entire life would be way, way better than if you were to just do paycheck to paycheck. I want to highlight something else here. Check out the 7th year. If you only spend $20,000 every single year, if you save $30,000 and you get 8% gains, by the 7th year, your investment is going to make more than $20,000, your current burn rate, which means at the 7th year, you can already retire. Of course, I don't recommend retiring right at that point, because then you're going to have to spend only $20,000 every single year for the rest of your life. Ideally, what you want to do is just keep on making money for a few more years after that. Have your investment income balloon to whatever amount that you want per year. Maybe the gain reaches maybe $100,000 every single year. Then you can go, oh, okay, it's reached high enough. Let me increase my spending now. That's why you see me buy certain things. It's time for me to spend a little bit. I hope you guys enjoyed this discussion and really understand why I'm so frugal early on, and my saving habits just keeps on going. I actually have to force myself sometimes. Like, oh, I gotta spend a little bit more on this, you know, enjoy a little bit more. Thanks for watching this video. Don't forget to give me a like and subscribe for more. Thanks for watching.